Okay everyone, this time around I thought I'd give you a bit of a glute circuit. When you do this circuit as such, do it in your own time. You don't necessarily have to set a timer, but I want you to go from one exercise to the next. You can have a little bit of a break in between. Definitely focus on how well you're doing the rep. The good thing about this glute stuff is you should get some great activation through that glute region. And definitely if you're trying to work on toning up through there, or if you've got lower back issues, this might be the thing that will work really well for you. First exercise we're working on is what was called or is still called Grey Cook hip lift. What I want you to do as best as possible, lay on your back, okay? If you've got a tennis ball, that would be awesome, but if you don't, that's fine, but you put the tennis ball just up here from the crease of your hip. I'll put it in my left leg here, guys. I'll draw my knee towards my chest. I really want you to focus on driving through the heel of this leg, driving up, squeezing this glute nice and strong, and then coming down again. All right, drive up, squeeze the glute, focus on the squeeze through there, keep the knee close. Keep the hips nice and stable, and then come down again. So I want you to try and do anywhere between 5 to 10 reps on each leg for that hip lift. Next exercise is hip thrust. So if you've got a bench at home, that would be great. If you don't, find something similar to it. You can add weight to this exercise. You can put any sort of weight on your belly region, or if you've got a barbell, in the crease of your hip again. I would just say with this one, it will complement what you just did in regards to doing your hip lift, but from here, shoulders on the bench or shoulder blades, driving up and making sure that you get good extension through the hips. So again, I'm really trying to squeeze through the glutes and be open through here and then back down again. You may need to stretch out through the front of your hips first. Okay, so maybe doing a kneeling hip flexor beforehand will be great. But driving up, squeezing through the glutes, again, it's one of those situations where you could do quite a few reps. I'm saying 5 to 10 reps, but it depends on how hard you're going with it. If you wanted to do more reps, that's fine. Quality first though, guys. This exercise is called kneeling halos. I've got my right knee underneath the line of my hip. I'm trying to make sure my hips are nice and square and this leg isn't shooting out that way, nor is this one shooting out that way, so everything's in alignment. If you've got a kettlebell, that's great. Just quite simply, kettlebell upside down. Try not to move your head out of the way. Rotation through here. Just a bit of a light squeeze through the right glute so you've got some activation going on through there. All right. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell, that's fine. Try any sort of weight like I did, or you could turn it into a bit of a wood chop as well. Again, the big thing is you're trying to stabilize through that area, which is not easy. So your glute will hopefully fire up. It'll be just a great way of getting more strength through that region as well. Last exercise on this circuit, we've been doing quite a bit of it in our classes. It's the single leg deadlift. I'll just go over a few pieces. You've probably seen it from me before. Toes shooting forward, or thinking of train tracking your feet. You want to be nice and long through the spine, so shoulders pulled away from ears. What I'm going to do from here is I'm pulling my hip back, or I'm sliding my left foot back. I'm not being too stiff through this leg, but my hip's going back that way, my shin's reasonably close to vertical. I'm trying to keep a straight line from this heel here. I'm wriggling my foot back here. You probably can't see it, unfortunately. So straight lines from the heel, through the hip, up through the shoulder and to the ear. If you can, do it with weight. So it's just to demand a bit more stability through that hip region. If my left leg goes back, then I'm holding onto the kettlebell or whatever weight in my left arm. Okay? So that's just plain and simple. There's a bit more intricacies with that exercise, but I just want to keep it simple for you guys today. 5 to 10 reps on each leg will be plenty.